We should all be very, very concerned right now because I'm not afraid to say this. I'm really, really not. Arsenal are the best team in Europe right now. And I'm going to say this. As of now, my pick to win both the Premier League and Champions League. 3-1 against arguably the best team in Europe right now, Bayern Munich. Without no Odegaard until the 80th minute. No Gabriel. No Kai Havertz. No Gabriel Jesus. My favourite player who scored over 200 goals for Spurs tonight, Harry Kane, you are going to need a sat-nav to go and find him in that second half. Like, where's Wally? Where's Harry Kane? Open up your comic book and try and find him because he was non-existent. And that's an Arsenal back line without Calafiori starting and without Gabriel starting. An Arsenal team that Emirates is the signing of the summer. He absolutely balled out. Lima and Kimmich couldn't get anywhere near him. And I'm not afraid to say this either, but Declan Rice, on current form right now, is the best central midfielder in Europe. He runs the game. I haven't seen a player, and this may be a big shout, but I haven't seen a player since Steven Gerrard, the energy levels, who can defend and attack both to a world-class level. Caicedo might be the best DM in the world, but can Caicedo go forward and do that? He runs the game. Set-piece deliveries from Declan Rice, the best in Europe. Bukayo Saka tonight was unbelievable. And by all means, they're playing Mikel Merino up front. They're playing a central midfielder up front. No Victor Gyökeres. And they have just gone out there and beat the best attacking team 3-1. Yes, Bayern Munich may have scored tonight, but other than that, they did not lay a glove on Arsenal. If that was a boxing match, out of the 12 rounds, Arsenal win 10. That was an unbelievable performance from Arsenal Football Club. On the same night that we go out there and concede 5 goals to the European champs. We have just conceded 9 in our last 2 games. And Arsenal have scored 7. The levels are astronomically different at the moment. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Some videos are hitting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, even 4,000 likes. The road to 100,000 subscribers is well and truly on. So if you haven't already, yes, you right there, please go down, hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts. 92% of you, like I said, don't subscribe. So do this, hit the like and subscribe. That Arsenal performance, like, I cannot wait to watch that game at the weekend, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Chelsea go out there, make a statement of intent, beat Barcelona, in which was a very good home performance. And then Arsenal go out there up against the best attacking team in Europe, who have scored 65 goals this season, and they limit them to nought. Saliba today was very, very good. Mosquera comes in for Nkapie. Zubimendi and Rice. Trossard was good for the first 35 minutes. Then went off injured. Saka and Eze, both really, really good. Really, really good substitutions. But you know who deserves the biggest amount of praise tonight is Mikel Arteta. Because both of his substitutions come on and scored a goal in Noni Madueke and Martinelli. And Calafiori, his other substitution, come on and got an assist. I don't care what anyone says at the moment. If you don't rate Mikel Arteta at this point, then you simply have an agenda. Because he is for every single question that's going at Arsenal's way. Yeah, but you only beat Tottenham. Can you beat Bayern Munich? Yeah, okay. But you're only top of the Premier League because Liverpool aren't that good. And yes, Liverpool lost tonight, but that's irrelevant. Arsenal can only do what they can do. It's not fair to judge this Arsenal team on things of last season, on the season before, because right now they're top of the Champions League. 5 games, 5 wins. 5 games, 5 wins, 1 goal conceded. They have been near on perfect this Champions League campaign. And to put that level of performance in off the back of battering Tottenham 4-1, when Emirates goes out there and scores a hat-trick, today I thought he was unbelievably good as well. The opening goal comes from a set piece. The whole you only score set piece narrative ended against us because they scored 4 open play goals against us. But tonight they go out there and show their strengths again from set pieces. And it's a goal from Yuri and Timber. Like the whole goalkeeper union thing, Neuer was fouled. Neuer is just too weak. He's one of the best goalkeepers we've ever seen. His experience levels are up there with some of the biggest and best goalkeepers you've ever seen. This is a World Cup winner. This is a treble winner. You can't be that weak. Timber makes a run in from the other side of the 6-yard areas, 6-yard box, nudges Neuer out the way, and then the ball goes in from Bukayo Saka. And every single time that corner goes in, whether it's off the left or the right from either Saka or Rice, it is a world-class delivery. And that isn't luck. That isn't fortune. That is repetition. That is on the training ground every single day. Repetition again and again and again and again. Mastering the art of it. That is an unbelievable skill that Arsenal have developed under Mikel Arteta. And it's that man, Saka, who puts the ball into the box. Timber runs onto it and scores yet again. His 3rd goal of the season for Arsenal. Fair play, though, to Bayern Munich. They did respond. And that Karl, at 17 years of age, looks a very, very techie player. I'm not going to lie to you. He looks a very, very good player. 17 years of age. The ball from Kimmich, it's a 50-yard diagonal spray into Gnabry. Gnabry, really good first-time pass, back across the box to Karl, and he makes it 1-1. And it's a really good response from Bayern Munich because I thought in the first half they held a really good account of themselves towards the back end of the half. You get into half-time and you're thinking, right, Noni Madueke comes off the bench for Trossard. You know, and you're sitting there going, right, how's the halftime response going to be? What do these Arsenal players go and do? And then Arteta makes a number of changes. He brings on Calafiori and Martinelli around the 68th minute. 1 minute later, Calafiori runs down that left-hand side, puts an unbelievable ball into the box. And Noni Madueke, a guy that was called a £50 million flop, a guy that was told, you're not good enough for Arsenal. How have they paid that amount of money? Goes out there and scores a really good first-time finish. And, like, one thing I will say, the only, like, thing I'd say is Elise and Gnabry managed to get past Lewis Skelly quite easily today. Calafiori's defensive ability for me, I think he's the best left-back in the Premier League on current form right now. And the fact that Lewis Skelly is like, I don't think he'll start a huge amount of games this season. People forget he's just 19 years of age. He's 19. Like, it's very, very rare that a player of that age is starting week in, week out, especially for a team that wants to go and have aspirations to win the Premier League and the Champions League. And do you know what? Calafiori, that ball, that substitution from Mikel Arteta, as well as taking off Bukayo Saka and resting him for that game against Chelsea. That's elite management, that is. Because Martinelli now has got 4 goals in the Champions League. He scored against Slavia Prague. He scored against Bayern Munich. He scored against Olympiacos. And he has scored against Bilbao. Every Champions League game that he's been involved in, he has a goal contribution. You know, that substitution, the same one that Arteta did, you know, back against Bilbao. Come on, he got a goal and an assist. It's a fair play because I think he did really, really well when he subs. And then the 3rd goal comes from that substitution, Martinelli. I don't know what Neuer is doing. It's one ball over the top from Emirates, and then Martinelli takes it past Neuer and taps it into an empty net. And for anyone who just says, oh, but, you know, it's one game, look at these stats, guys. They reduced Bayern Munich, the best attacking team in Europe, to 1 big chance, 2 shots on target. Look how clinical Arsenal were tonight. 2.7 expected goals, 12 shots, 8 on target. They created 7 big chances. Mikel Merino could have had a hat-trick today. The amount of times header, wide header, not on target, over the bar. And at this moment, it stands 14 goals scored, 1 conceded, plus 13 goal difference. Like, 65 goals Bayern Munich have scored this season. Fair play to that Arsenal team. Fair play, because now it sets it up for an unbelievable game at the weekend. And as it stands, Arsenal don't look like they're going to slow down. Martin Odegaard returns from injury tonight, comes off the bench. Chelsea on Sunday. They're top of the Premier League. They're top of the Champions League. They're in unbelievable form. And it looks like right now there isn't anything anyone can do to stop this Arsenal team. Everyone was panicking after that Sunderland result. And I told you all, slow down a bit. Slow down. It could be a hell of a lot worse right now. You lot need to chill. And then you go out there, you spank us. And then you spank Bayern Munich. If they go out there and beat Chelsea this upcoming weekend, they will be 7 points clear of Manchester City if they beat Leeds. They will be 9 points clear of Chelsea. And they will be 11 points clear of Liverpool. And I'm not going to lie, if Arne Slot makes this weekend, I'll be absolutely amazed if he makes this weekend without being sacked. But make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. Thank you all for watching. I am out.